Who's calling my phone? Klarna calling me again. Hello, Spendarella. Who's this? Don't play dumb, Spendarella. It's Klarna. We had a thing, remember? A thing. You said you was gonna pay me back. You promised 4 easy payments. 4 of them. Where you at? I did make a payment. I just made 1, but that's still effort. You know what? I believed in you. You went to see Beyonce with my money, went to Cancun, and you had the nerve to go get you a Gucci belt and a purse. And you act like I don't even exist. Was any of it even real? I mean, I already did all the stuff. I seen Beyonce. I took the flights. What do you want me to do? Return the memories? I don't got no receipt. I'm sorry, but I just don't have it. Have you not seen this economy? You knew I was broke when you met me. Spendarella, it's people like you that broke me. Got me out here looking stupid. Now I'm in the red. Thought you was a better woman than that, Spendarella.
Why the f*** didn't y'all pay back y'all Klarna debt? Am I the only one that's trying to keep them in business? Are y'all dead right now? Klarna is about to... I am pissed off, okay? Klarna?
Was she the only one paying Klarna back? Maybe. What did J. Cole say again? All good jokes contain true stuff. Anyway, Klarna is reporting a $136 million loss. Now, I just want to ask, what did we think was going to happen? Now, according to CNBC, Klarna doubles losses in first quarter as IPO remains on hold. And if we just keep reading the key points here, the fine print, it says here, Klarna says its net loss for the first 3 months of 2025 totaled $99 million. Significantly worse than the $47 million loss it reported a year ago. And you might be thinking, why is Klarna reporting such a large number of losses this year? Well, Klarna actually said it was due to several one-off costs related to depreciation, share-based payments, and reconstructing. And it goes on to say it comes as Klarna remains in pause regarding a highly anticipated U.S. IPO that was set to value the company at over $15 billion. And you know what's crazy, y'all? Klarna says it now has over 100 million active users and 724,000 merchant partners globally. And according to NBC News, industry-wide, buy now, pay later borrowers are increasingly falling behind on their loan payments. Now, it says here, LendingTree did a survey last month and it showcased that 41% of users said they paid late within the last year. And that's up a whopping 34% since the previous year, y'all. And it goes on to say at least a quarter of the buy now, pay later users took out loans to pay for groceries. And that's up 14% since last year. Pretty much people ain't got it like that, y'all. And it goes on to say U.S. consumer debt rose by $167 billion to hit a record $18.2 trillion in the first quarter. And that's what the Federal Reserve reported last week.
Klarna is pretty much going bankrupt because no one is paying them back. Like, they have a record high number of users on the platform. They have 100 million users. But at the same time, no one is paying them back. So they literally reported $136 million of unpaid debt. Like $136 million that people are just not paying back, and they're just, saying fuck it. And now Klarna is at a major loss. Even though they have a record high number of users on the platform, there's more users who are just not paying that back. And that's because you guys are letting people finance groceries and finance DoorDash orders. And I feel like people are seeing that and being like, well, actually, if I just do my biggest one right now and then not pay you guys back, I actually am just not going to have to pay you guys back. And then I don't know how much people actually care about things affecting their credit.
They don't.
Like, I don't even think they're thinking like, oh, yeah, like this is going to affect whatever, blah, 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 blah. I just think people are like, whatever, I'm running off on the plug right now. Like, literally, people are running off on the plug. Dead ass with Klarna. They said, actually, yeah, I agree to all your terms and uses and all that. And they get their loan and they say, yeah, but I'm not paying you back. Like, honestly, with inflation and how shit is really set up, how is that gonna work anyway? Oh, well, Klarna, we will see.
Y'all really scammed Klarna. They're $136 million poorer. Now, I wanted to point out something. Even in the first video, there was on the screen, it said Klarna was going bankrupt or something. He even said they're going bankrupt. And when it was funny, while I was trying to research, are they going bankrupt? Guess who we see? It's the same person we just seen in the last video. Anyways, this is according to the tab, and it says here, is Klarna really going bankrupt and shutting down? And it says here, TikTok is being flooded with videos saying that the payment service Klarna is being shut down and people are going into panic mode. Not my paying for it. And the question of the day, is Klarna, in fact, going bankrupt? For all y'all Klarna Mafia people out there, y'all can take a breath because it says here in the black and white, no, Klarna is not going bankrupt. In fact, a Klarna spokesperson told the Tab the company is actually very financially healthy. That's according to them, not me. Go fight with them or join the army. And it goes on to say that people instantly assumed that these losses were caused because people were not paying back their loans. But that's actually not true according to this article, and probably a bit of what I read earlier. It goes on to say here that Klarna is in the middle of a big stock market deal called an IPO, and that's whenever the company is able to be bought by us regular people on the stock market. But they said they had to pause that last month after Trump's new tariffs deals caused chaos. Going on to say that is the main reason for the losses. Now, that's according to them, but I know y'all still ain't paying them folks back. Some of y'all definitely ran off on the plug. And with all the knowledge that we just gathered, I would say this. There's probably many different factors of why they are reporting large losses, and a lot of y'all ain't paying Klarna back their money. And y'all know, two things can be true at once.
Y'all putting Klarna in debt is absolutely crazy. You guys are really not paying Klarna back. Like, so y'all are really buying shit and just dead-ass saying, F it, I'm not going to pay the balance back.
Yeah, a lot
Like, do y'all not worry about y'all credit scores?
No.
Like, I'm so confused. I saw this coming. As soon as they said that you could use Klarna for DoorDash, you could use Klarna for groceries, I was like, oh no. I'm like, y'all are giving these people an inch and they're going to take a mile.
They will.
I know what Klarna was trying to do, and I know it's because of how the economy is right now. So they're like, let's help these people out. But y'all can't help these people out. They're going to take advantage.
Okay, don't ever get it misconstrued that Klarna is ever here to help y'all out. I don't know what y'all think this is. Klarna is not your bestie. They are not your confidant. They do not love you. They are a business. I'm sorry, let me say that proper. They are a proper functioning business in the line of making money and making profits. Like right now, I don't know, like they got a lot going on, but don't get it messed up. The money you take from them is a loan and you owe them back. And if you don't pay them on time, which according to what we just read, a lot of y'all ain't paying. A lot of y'all ain't got the money. A lot of y'all are using more and more debt year after year. So if you're not making the payments on time, they're going to collect fees off of y'all. And I'm not about to argue with y'all about the interest and the fees because I already showed y'all the black and white in other videos for all the Klarna lovers out there that was like, oh, no, they looking out. They love me. They came through clutch. And for those of you who use the platform properly and paid your stuff on time, I'm happy for you. But I'm talking about the folks that are irresponsible with money. And we know that there's a whole lot of y'all out there. And whether we talking Klarna, Zip, Afterpay, Affirm, all of these different buy now, pay laters, you either getting hit with late fees or you're getting hit with high interest charges. And a lot of y'all don't read enough black and white to know which one is which and what's the difference and what the penalties will be for you if you aren't paying on time. All some of y'all here is paying for, or I can break it up into 12 months.
People are really doing their big one, ordering, probably making a big ass order on DoorDash, big ass order of groceries, and they're like, all right, well, just gonna pay that like one, because you know with Klarna, like you pay that 1/4 of the payment, or you could like pay monthly, like they have different deals. So people are just paying that one payment and then like saying F it.
Yeah.
Y'all, please don't ruin it for the rest of us. Please don't ruin it for the rest of us, because now, since y'all started acting up, I bet you Klarna's about to get so strict. Like, you're probably going to have a perfect credit score to be able to use Klarna. I swear to God.
You know what's really getting me? It's the begging each other to act right. And y'all know y'all peers ain't gonna act right. Man, must we remind you the demographic of people using Klarna? Okay.
Y'all, and tell me why I tried to move money into my savings account and my bank wasn't working. And then as soon as it starts working, I go into my account and Klarna got my money. I wasn't ready to pay Klarna. I was going to pay Klarna on Wednesday.
Huh.
But Klarna bypassed, I don't even know how, my lock feature on my card and took...
Did you snort?
And took $79 out of my account. It left me with $3. I guess I'm walking home from work.
So that sounded like they got their money. She said,
Klarna got my money.
y'all be having the game messed up. Klarna got their money. If you owe somebody money and y'all out doing, I don't care what it is, that's their money. So you mean to tell me if you set it up to where you can have them withdraw the funds that should be there because you said you was going to give them their money back, and then when they go do it, then you say, they took my money. Did y'all read the terms and conditions? Like, that's the... First off, was you going to pay him back, yes or no? Or was that about to be a late payment? Or was that going to be, I'm going to get to it.
Well, Klarna is currently in debt for $136 million because people aren't paying them back. And the only thing I got to say about this is it's a recession. Stuff high. Y'all really thought these folks gonna pay y'all back? They can barely afford to pay for groceries. So how you thought they were gonna pay y'all money back? I mean, it's hard out here for a pimp.
And you know what? Long term, I don't know how this is going to work unless, and I'm not going to lie, I don't see how else this is sustainable unless they are linking up and this actually ends up going on people's credit reports. Maybe it is in the fine print because I ain't looked deep enough. But I know a lot of people say they like Klarna because they're like, oh, it's non-invasive. They don't really do a hard credit check. They don't care about my credit score. They just give me the money. I've even heard people say that they get an increase in the amount they're able to borrow from Klarna because they make all their payments on time and in full. Now, let's just say for all the Klarna lovers out there that are like, oh, no, Klarna doesn't charge interest. You only get charged a late fee. Okay, let's just say that y'all are getting charged late fees if you don't make your payments on time. But a lot of people are saying, hey, I'm not making, y'all ain't getting no money out of me. I'm broke. How is the business model for Klarna sustainable? Who is going to collect the late fee money? This has to come from somewhere to ensure that the company is able to stay afloat because otherwise, the business model doesn't make sense. Will it be Klarna? Will this end up going on your credit? Will it end up affecting you somehow, some way? I'm not sure because they wouldn't do this unless they could make money off of you. Make no mistake. They are in this to make money off of the fact that people are making late payments or not making any payments at all. I don't know how this is going to play out in a few years, but I'm curious to see.
And for those of you that have not been paying your Klarna debt, go do it now because tell me why I just saw a video of them filing bankruptcy.
Where's the video of them filing bankruptcy? Because we just reported and shown that they're not filing bankruptcy. Where do y'all get the info from? Each other? Maybe she meant she's seen a video of somebody else saying that they were filing bankruptcy because Klarna has not reported that they are filing bankruptcy. We gotta just do a little bit of research on our own, y'all. There's nothing wrong with just a quick Google search. Hey, is that true? Even if I say something, I don't care who it is. Y'all have to do your own research on stuff because a lot of the stuff, people are just repeating what the next person said. Anyway, I ain't gonna get into it.
We can't lose it. Klarna is like our bestie. We can't lose our bestie. Go pay your shit now.
Let me tell you, some of y'all think Klarna is your bestie. They'll do you dirty at the drop of a dime. And if this is how some of y'all treat y'all bestie, I don't want no parts of it, no way. I don't think Klarna want no part of it because some of y'all ain't even good friends. How Klarna your bestie, but Klarna ain't getting paid their money back that you owe? You wouldn't even give them back $1. I kind of feel like seeing how people interact with Klarna is a real social experiment with how people act with their family and people they owe money to. All of a sudden, you don't know me and you ain't got it. All of a sudden, when I need my money back, I gets it last. Come on. There's a lot of people out there saying they love Klarna, they love to use it, and I agree that they probably do. And this is exactly how you would treat your friends. You love them, but you love to use them. You do them dirty. And you know why you call them bestie? You know why you try to butter them up? Because you think if y'all have that sort of relationship, you can do them any type of way. And I don't know how Klarna is going to get they back, but I feel like they going to get it.
And another thing, y'all out here not paying Klarna back. Klarna, the app that gives you either 1, 2, 3, or 4 months to pay your shit back. They give you a lot of time to pay your shit back and y'all not paying it back.
They don't.
Are you serious? They don't add interest to whatever you're buying from them or you're getting from whatever you're buying from. So y'all couldn't even pay them back.
No.
Klarna, the one that doesn't have interest, Affirm has highest interest, but y'all can't even pay Klarna back. Y'all going to fuck it up for the rest of us. Do you know how many times I've used Klarna or that I had to buy because I didn't want to pay? Either I didn't want to pay for it outright or I didn't have the money to pay for it outright, but I could make the payments over 4 months, 6 months, or 12 months time. Y'all are going to fuck it up for the rest of us. Just pay them back because if not, they're either going to shut down Klarna or they're going to start adding interest to whatever you're buying or they're going to start reporting it to your credit report like Affirm. So please just start paying your shit back because we need this. Stop for the rest of us.
Ma'am, check the stats. It's a lot of people that owe Klarna money, and they don't care about messing it up for you. They don't care if you pay your stuff in full on time. And this is why I be saying a lot of people be wanting to band together and stuff. Look, I'm glad for the people who want to say, hey, we need to take a stand and so y'all don't mess up this thing for us because we doing it the right way. We're being responsible. And kudos to the people who are actually using Klarna the right way. But there's a group of people who have no intentions on paying these loans back. They gonna ride it till the wheels fall off. They don't care that you're able to comfortably pay yours in full. They don't care. And guess what? They'll be mad when it shuts down too. They'll be like, dang. And they'll be the same people that messed it up. They'll be like, dang, why it couldn't be Affirm? Why it couldn't be Afterpay? We didn't have to pay no interest. They wasn't paying anyway. They wasn't paying anything.
So if Klarna's right, that's what you get for giving broke people money. Like, there's a reason why we have credit scores here, because broke people can't manage money. You could legit go to Mexico in 3 installments. You could buy a house in 3 installments. There's so many things I've bought and I've seen Klarna at the bottom. I'm just like, wow, you really want to do your big one. Now you're shocked that you're bankrupt? Don't be shocked.
It's not bankrupt.
You gave people free money. You basically stood in the middle of the street and free money. But what I need to know is, if I order something from Klarna now, do I have to pay it back? But bless the company though. They really wanted to, give people an opportunity. And that's what happens when you give people an opportunity. They take the piss.
The only opportunity I believe Klarna wanted was the opportunity to make themselves some money. I don't know what y'all talking about.
For everyone who needs to know, Klarna is not going bankrupt. Y'all really have me on here tripping because my husband don't know how bad my makeup addiction is because I had to with Klarna and Afterpay, okay? Y'all over here spreading these rumors. Y'all had me stressing. I had to do some investigating. Stop with the lies. Stop it.
I mean, she has a great point, but man, what if your husband see your video and you over here hiding a makeup addiction and you out there using Klarna to fund your habits? What you gonna do when he find out? Like, why y'all hiding? What's up with y'all? What happened to UNITY? What is going on? You can't tell your husband about your makeup addiction. I'm sure he'll understand.
It's one thing to mess with me, but it's another thing to play in my friend's face. I was always told, if you gonna lend out money, make sure you lending out something to not expect to get it back. But you gonna sit here and borrow money knowing that you didn't have no intentions on paying it back? And if you had hardship, at least say that. My friend would have probably worked something out. But you out here on the social media showing what you brought. The shoes, the clothes, the lavish trips, the hotel room. It's like, how? How you doing this? Now you're making it harder for me to even try to borrow money. What the heck? Now Klarna's not going to respect me. Klarna, you try to be stingy with me like you didn't have it all, but you loaned out $99 million.
I'm calling Klarna y'all friend. But she had a great point. People did all this stuff and then they posted it on social media, knowing good and well they used Klarna with no intention on paying them back. I wonder would they use that as like evidence in court? Because let's be honest, people are posting all this stuff online on Instagram or on TikTok or wherever they post their social media stuff at. And can you imagine actually owing a credit card company money and then they can see where you went and spent the money and then you have like this lavish lifestyle and everything just so curated. You had all the trips, you had all the festivals, you had all the functions, and you ain't paying back Klarna or Affirm, Afterpay, buy now, pay later people. I just would think they would have a field day with people like that in court because the evidence is all online and everybody can see it. It's not hard to find. Like, yeah, they saw you at the Beyonce concert. What?
Klarna is just not good for me. Klarna is a scam. No, I can't be using it no more. Don't get me wrong, in the beginning it's fine when it only takes out a certain amount depending on what you've bought, right? It's fine, no problem. I can use Klarna. But when all the payments combine together and they all come up 1 week after another, I'm due to pay how much? I'm thinking, with what money? Like, it's amazing in the beginning because I'm like, I don't need to pay the whole amount now. I'll just use Klarna. Why not? But then that leads me to start making more purchases because I'm like, I'm only going to be spending a certain amount today. Why not? And when it all adds up, it's game over. I've got how many payments pending, coming up, due? I'm like, oh my God, like I'm panicking because I'm like, I'm trying to save and that's not going to happen because it's all going to go to Klarna now. Surely I cannot be the only one that faces this problem. And what makes it even worse, they send you an email or a text or whatever to remind you that you've got a payment coming up. I don't need to be reminded. Just take the flipping money out. Take the money. Just don't notify me. I don't need to be reminded. And it happens at the worst time possible. As money lands into my account, it goes back out again. I don't know what to do at this point. So Klarna, thank you, but no thank you. I don't think I'll be needing you anymore. And that's such a lie because I know I'm going to be using their services again.
I know y'all don't want to hear it, but having a budget don't sound too bad when all of your money is just going straight to Klarna. It's going straight to people that you owe when you could just hold on a second, take a look at what you spend all your money on and cut back. Maybe go get some more money. But if you don't have the money and you're using Klarna, you are setting yourself up for some hard times in the future. You really are. And that's any service that's lending you money that you don't have the money to pay it back. Every time that you actually do get money, it's going to be gone because you're going to say, I got bills. No, you got Klarna. You got Affirm. You got Afterpay. And that can even be cryptic because once you break down what it was, Chipotle, DoorDash, Chick-fil-A, Pizza Hut, Sephora, Shein, Nordstrom, H&M, Amazon, like I can just keep going on and on and on and on. That's the bills. You see what I'm saying?
I mean, come on, folks. I mean, that was a good thing for somebody that was in a pinch that doesn't like to run up credit card debt. They want to get something and just pay it off quick or whatever. I mean, come on. We're losing everything. Klarna was good. I mean, hopefully they don't do the same with Afterpay, but it was a great asset, I think, for people to teach people how to spend money again. I think it helped people get back on track and learn to pay things back. Maybe it was a tool for that, but because people aren't paying it back now, we got to do without it.
I would never think that Klarna was a tool to help people pay back things or to help. Definitely, it was a tool to help people spend. Like, one of the reasons why Klarna is pushed out is because it actually reinforces the spending of money that you don't have. It's doing something in your mind. It's like saying, hey, I'm actually going to spend more money because it's not like I'm spending my money right now. So you feel like you have more money to spend. So you end up spending more than what you would have spent if you were just spending your own money because it's quote unquote Klarna's money, right? And then you get to pay it in full. So then you really don't have to think about it. They know exactly what they're doing. They know the psychology of people and how they think about money, how they feel about it. And a lot of people using Klarna are going to overspend way more than they would have if they just looked at what they actually had or if they were using their own cards. And I think that they know that. And I don't want you all to just think I'm talking. I do a lot of reading. According to this article, this is from Bankrate. Young adults are struggling with overspending. Buy now, pay later is making it worse. And funny enough, this was posted almost a year ago, May 30th, 2024. And I thought this would be an interesting read to go over together. It says here, over the last few years, Amanda something, I don't want to say her last name wrong, so I'm going to say Amanda A 26-year-old living in New Jersey, had bought piles of new clothing, most of which she will never wear. Does that sound familiar to a lot of you? Let's continue. At the time, buying so much felt like, these are feelings, felt like it made sense. And it goes on to say that she frequently traveled internationally, and as much as every other month, every time she prepared for a trip, she would spend hundreds of dollars on cheap trending clothing online. But by using Buy Now, Pay Later, she rarely dropped hundreds of dollars at once, which a lot of people are like, hey, I don't want to spend all that money. Sounds familiar still, right? And Amanda goes on to say, I have the money's just sitting in my bank account somewhere. But psychologically, using Buy Now, Pay Later services just feels better when purchasing these things. And it goes on to pretty much say she liked to break it up in four, which I know a lot of you do. Okay, cool. But then it says, but for many users, the allure of buying something now without paying a lot of money all at once led to what? Overconsumption. One of my favorite words to use on this whole channel. 29% of Buy Now, Pay Later users say they spent more than they should have because of the services. Now, that is an admission. You're doing too much. And if you think about it, if you're a user of Klarna or Afterpay or Affirm or any of these Buy Now, Pay Later services, ask yourself and be honest, do you overdo it? And it might be the case for you. And y'all, they went on to say a word here by saying younger Americans who may not be used to paying in installments may feel they are making safe financial decisions by using Buy Now, Pay Later services while shopping online, but they are not always aware that they may regret taking on debt for items that they really didn't want in the first place. And y'all, this next part right here is going to get you. Now, this is the Bankrate Senior Credit Card Analysis. I don't got all the fancy stuff behind my name, but he do. And he's quoted by saying, Buy Now, Pay Later services can encourage overspending because this financing is quick and easy to obtain, and they can trick you into focusing on the installment rather than the total price. And then it gets even worse by going into the breakdown of the ages, going on to say that around 1 in 3 Gen Zers who have used Buy Now, Pay Later services spent more than they should have. And according to this, 24% of Gen Z is missing payments, and also 21% of millennials. So between Gen Z and the millennials, we ain't making payments and we spending more than we supposed to be.
The way I'm so easily influenced to buy everything on TikTok, I've been eyeing this Coach purse for like a week. Let me relax. It's been like a week. I saw it in person. This girl had it at work. And I was like, oh my God, I really want that. Like, that's super cute.
Right.
Ever since, all over my FYP. And I'm this fucking close to buying it. But I just came back from Hawaii, so like a little broke. But they do take Klarna.
Whatever technology you have around is probably listening to what you like, and that's why y'all are being fed the same. You're like, oh, I was just talking to somebody about a purse I wanted, and then all you're seeing is purse ads. Yeah, they've been listening, and they're ready to serve you the ads. And you know Klarna's going to be right there in the payment section, ready for you to hit because they know you don't got the money for this purse, but you're going to consider it because you just came back from Hawaii and you just went on a vacation and you ain't got no money, but you really want this purse because you've been looking at your coworker and you like the purse she had, and you like, dang, I wish I had that purse. I can't do it. I could work some extra hours, but I'm a little tired. But Klarna can get it for me right now. Y'all know I'm not lying. And the crazy thing is, right now it's a purse. It'll be something else in a few weeks or a few days or a few months. It'll be something else, and they'll get you again, and they'll keep getting you, and then you'll keep owing Klarna money. And it's really sad to see people in these cycles. I'm a firm believer that you can budget to get whatever it is you want. Like, if you have a job, think about how many hours it's going to take for you to get that purse. Honestly, you might not be able to afford that purse even if you use Klarna. See, that's the thing that's giving y'all the illusion that you can do it just because you can, split it up in four. Y'all, a lot of people can't split all this stuff up in four because when you add up all of the stuff that you have, your basic necessities, your rent, your bills, some of y'all got kids, daycare, your car, all these different things. When you add all of that up, you don't have money to be paying back Klarna in four. But many people don't know that because they aren't doing the math. I'm just going to be honest. They're not doing the math. They're not looking at what they have. They don't know what they have. They just hear you can split something up into four with Klarna. Whole time, it was never a possibility for you to make them payments unless you was about to get some more money. The math was never on your side, and you didn't know it. Because you had such a desire for those items, you didn't consider if it was even a feasible possibility to pay it back and forth.
I knew that Klarna snatched $164 on my account today. I mean, I woke up this morning, boy, and I got a notification from like my Uber Pro card, and it said $164 came on my account. When I tell you I was so blown, I'm like, what? They got my ass. They snatched that shit out so quick. Like, I got out the crib so fast and hopped in my car so fast, start DoorDash and trying to get my money back. Man, listen.
I'm just trying to understand the narrative that Klarna is getting people by taking the payments that y'all are supposed to be paying them away from you when it's their money that you owe them. Maybe I'm lost. For all the Klarna users out there, is there not an option to go ahead and pay them yourself, or does it have to be taken out direct deposit? Because why is everybody acting shocked that Klarna is getting their payments? I don't know. I never used it. Enlighten me.
First off, y'all started in debt because it was a dumb idea from the beginning. We already got credit cards. And then y'all started allowing people to put credit cards on credit. Dumb. We are not in a generation of our parents where our parents felt the want and the need to pay any and every bill back on time. And if not on time, the next month. This generation right here don't care. All right?
I agree. A lot of people don't care. However, I do also think that there's a group of people who would like to pay it back, but they are financially struggling to the point where they can't. But there also is, two things can be true at the same time. People who do not care, dare to absolutely game the system and take whatever they can. They wasn't never going to pay you back.
This generation right here don't care, all right? They will literally look at you in the face and said, you should have never gave me the money in the first place. And to make matters worse, y'all started accepting anything and everything. Groceries, clothing, plane tickets, and y'all was close to accepting mortgages. And if that was the case, 136 would have been the least of y'all worries. Klarna, I know y'all came into the industry with good intentions.
No.
But these people don't give a People will take a whole trip on a credit card, and then as soon as they return, fraud, it wasn't them. But you thought y'all was going to get paid back. Right. Let that sink in. People will let their student loans lapse, change jobs 6-7 times just so their wages won't get garnished. But y'all thought y'all was going to get paid back.
Well, he ain't lying about that. And additionally, might go back to school to get some more loans and get another degree. Stay in school forever.
Right. People will not pay taxes, but y'all was going to get right. So to Klarna, the poorhouse you go, because you ain't gonna be no more. Klarna is $136 million in debt. First off, y'all started it.
The fact he said they started in debt is funny. I'm kind of with him. What is the plan? Maybe we gotta wait it out to see the collection phase, because I'm not seeing it yet, but I don't know. And it says here on the screen, I spent $32K on Affirm and Klarna.
I have spent $32,196.23 on Affirm and Klarna since 2022. And the big question is, what did I purchase?
Now, I don't know if y'all remember her, but I actually did a video about her last year. She had a whole lot of payday loans, whole lot of Klarna Afterpay Affirm, and she's been paying off her stuff. But just wanted to get her perspective because she was very honest about what she was spending the money on.
But what did I purchase? This is the question everybody always asks. Honestly, everything under this. I have done groceries. I have purchased concert tickets. I have purchased Airbnb. I have gotten my car fixed on Affirm and Klarna, all kinds of stuff. I think I've even gotten gift cards for random stuff. You can pretty much purchase anything you want almost on Affirm and Klarna. I literally had like 50 of these when I started this journey in May. It's crazy. It's insane. I know what I'm saying is insane. However, I am saving my very last payment on Affirm. It was something that I actually don't regret spending money on. I regret financing it, but it was pretty big and it was a once in a lifetime experience. So I don't regret.
And we didn't forget about the people using Klarna for Coachella, for Beyonce tickets, for Kendrick Lamar tickets, for Taylor Swift tickets, fast food, DoorDash. We didn't forget about none of it, but I want to know from you all, what do y'all think about the $99 million of losses that Klarna is reporting? Do y'all think that this might be the beginning of the end of Klarna? And if so, how would you feel about that? Are you a avid Klarna user? Do you love Klarna? Does Klarna love you? Let me know all down below. But we have to start making better decisions today in order to have a better future.